Speaking Task 1. You will be asked a question about a familiar topic. You will then have 15 seconds to prepare your response, and 45 seconds to speak.
Do you think that parents should be allowed to educate their children at home, or should they be required to send children to school outside the home? Support your answer.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
I believe that parents should have the right to educate their children at home if they choose. However, I also think it is very important for children to attend school outside the home. Firstly, schools have many resources, like textbooks, equipment for experiments, sports facilities, etc., that many homes do not have. Secondly, in school, children can learn from professional teachers who have been trained in best practices for education. Lastly, school allows children to socialize and make friends, which is key for their psychosocial development. While there can be benefits to homeschooling, in my view, traditional schooling provides a more comprehensive educational experience.
Speaking Task 2. You will read a short paragraph and then listen to a conversation between two people. You will have 50 seconds to read the paragraph. After, you will get a question about what you read and heard. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. You have 50 seconds to read. Start reading after the beep. Now listen to the conversation between two people.
Hey, did you see that announcement about the parking fee hike?
Yeah, I just glanced over it. They're saying it's for better infrastructure and sustainability, right?
Exactly. But I genuinely think it's a bad move. First off, most of us are already cash-strapped. Increasing fees just adds more financial stress to students who need to commute.
I get that, but maybe they're pushing for carpooling or public transport?
Maybe. But that's the second thing I have a problem with. Not everyone lives near efficient public transport routes, and carpooling isn't always feasible given everyone's diverse schedules. They're making it sound like sustainable transportation is an option for everyone, when it really isn't.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
And besides, if they truly cared about sustainability, why not introduce more incentives for carpooling or offer discounts for electric cars? This just feels like they're squeezing more money out of us without offering real solutions. It's frustrating.
Well, I do hope they use the increased funds wisely and make notable improvements. I can see why you'd feel that way, though.
Thanks for understanding. I just wish the university would be more thoughtful in their decisions sometimes.
What does the female student think about the parking fee increase?
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
The female student is clearly dissatisfied with the university's decision to increase parking fees. She believes it unfairly adds financial strain to students, many of whom are already operating on tight budgets. She criticizes the university's justification for the fee hike, pointing out that sustainable transportation alternatives like efficient public transit and carpooling are not viable options for everyone due to geographical and scheduling constraints. She suggests that if the university genuinely cared about sustainability, they should introduce incentives for carpooling or discounts for electric vehicle usage instead of simply raising fees. Overall, she feels the university's decision lacks thoughtful consideration of the students.
Speaking Task 3. You will read a short paragraph about an academic topic, then listen to a lecture about it. You will have 50 seconds to read the paragraph. After, you will get a question about what you read and heard. You will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. You have 50 seconds to read. Start reading after the beep. Now listen to the lecture.
Derived from the term biophilia, which refers to the innate human attraction to nature and living systems, biophilic design marries architectural principles with natural elements, fostering profound connections between inhabitants and their environment. As workspaces evolve, this design strategy is transforming how we conceptualize and interact with our professional surroundings. Integrating biophilic elements goes beyond merely placing plants around an office. It's about crafting spaces that echo nature's patterns, textures, and rhythms. Studies have indicated that exposure to natural elements in workspaces can reduce stress, enhance creativity, and boost productivity. Consider a state-of-the-art office building with an expansive atrium filled with mature trees and flowing water features. Employees working in such an environment not only enjoy scenic views, but also experience the calming ambiance nature provides. The building optimizes natural light through clever design, minimizing reliance on artificial sources, and thus enhancing mood and focus. Another workspace embraces biophilic principles by integrating not just indoor plants and wooden structures, but also a rooftop garden. This space allows employees to step out, breathe fresh air, and work or take breaks amid greenery, blurring the lines between indoors and outdoors.
How does biophilic design contribute to the well-being and productivity of employees in modern workspaces? Use points and examples from the lecture.
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Biophilic design significantly enhances employee well-being and productivity in modern workspaces by reconnecting individuals with nature, incorporating elements like mature trees and expansive atriums and rooftop gardens. These spaces provide calming scenic views and access to fresh air by tapping into nature's patterns and rhythms. Stress levels are reduced, fostering a tranquil atmosphere that bolsters creativity and focus. The strategic use of natural light further elevates mood and reduces reliance on artificial lighting, contributing to an overall sense of well-being. Consequently, employees find themselves in a more rejuvenated and motivated environment, leading to improved performance.
You will listen to a lecture about an academic topic. After, you will get a question about what you heard. You will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and then 60 seconds to give it. Now listen to the lecture.
Both incubators and accelerators serve as critical pillars for fledgling startups, offering essential resources, mentorship, networking opportunities, and at times, capital. However, each has its unique characteristics that differentiate it from the other. Think of incubators as nurturing environments for the birth and early growth of innovative ideas. They primarily support startups in their formative stages, helping entrepreneurs flesh out their ideas and establish a solid foundation. Offering facilities such as workspaces, expert mentorship, and basic training, they ensure the initial viability and sustainability of a startup. The incubation period is often flexible, allowing startups to grow at their own pace, sometimes over extended durations. On the other hand, accelerators are geared towards turbocharging the growth of startups that already have a foundational business model in place. They typically operate through structured, fixed-termed programs where cohorts of startups receive intensive mentorship, resources, and guidance. These programs culminate in events where startups showcase their progress, often pitching to a discerning audience that could include potential investors or partners. The essence of an accelerator is its time-bound nature, pressing startups to evolve rapidly within set timelines. To visualize the difference, imagine planting a seed. An incubator would provide the right soil, light, and environment for the seed to sprout and become a young plant. An accelerator, in contrast, would be like a growth formula given to an already sprouted plant, enabling it to grow taller and stronger in a shorter span.
How do business incubators and accelerators contribute to the growth and development of startups?
Prepare your response after the beep. Start speaking after the beep.
Business incubators and accelerators play pivotal roles in nurturing and fast-tracking the growth of startups. Incubators offer a supportive environment for startups in their initial stages, providing essential resources such as workspaces, mentorship, and basic training to ensure the viability and sustainability of budding ideas. They focus on establishing a strong foundation, allowing startups to develop at their own pace. On the other hand, accelerators are designed to propel the growth of more established startups. They run time-bound structured programs offering intensive mentorship and resources, culminating in pitch events to showcase progress. These platforms collectively contribute to startup development by offering tailored support, expert guidance, and vital resources, ensuring startups not only survive, but thrive.